How's it going, everybody? So, new review for you guys today. We're talking about the latest film in the long-running Men in Black franchise, Men in Black International. Now, the Men in Black franchise is a franchise I really enjoyed growing up. I mean, even despite the flaws of the second and third film, they have their charm. And it has been 7 years since the last Men in Black film, so I was perfectly okay with them doing this kind of sequel/spin-off because we do have this really big established world already in the Men in Black lore with all these different agents, and I think they could really reinvigorate the franchise with these new characters played by Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth. Both of them are great actors and have really good chemistry on screen, and I really think they're the main saving grace for this film because I kind of walked out of this slightly underwhelmed. There is stuff I did enjoy though. Like I said, Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson were great on screen together, which we've seen before in Thor Ragnarok. I actually found myself liking Tessa Thompson more often than Chris Hemsworth, but they aren't really given too much to work with. The writing was something I was worried about going in because Men in Black International is written by the same people who brought us Transformers: The Last Night, and you know how that film turned out. The characters, they're just very underwritten, pretty bland for the most part. Most of them alien characters especially. I mean, our main antagonist of the film, you really have no idea what his motivations are until the very end of the film, and they get like 2 lines of dialogue. You don't really understand most of the motivations of any character, really. You really don't understand what the main plot of the film is for Men in Black International, and probably about like 20-30 minutes in anyways. You're kind of just expected to know what Men in Black's all about from the previous films, which is why I'm curious if someone hadn't seen the other 3 Men in Black films, if this was their first watch for the Men in Black franchise, if they would understand what's going on for the most part, because it wastes no time, because Tessa Thompson's character knows all about the Men in Black, so she doesn't really have to learn too much. So the audience doesn't have to learn as much either through her because she knows everything already. There is a fair amount of action in the film, and for the most part I actually found myself enjoying it. It's nothing too crazy or spectacular, but they're fun enough for some of the stuff you see in the franchise before. I did really like all the new gadgets you see, especially some of the callbacks to the Men in Black films from with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. Some really cool Easter eggs if you're a fan of those films that are sprinkled throughout the film that I'm sure you'll notice, which are really cool. Another one of the main draws that I really look forward to in Men in Black International is just the star-studded supporting cast they had for the film, because you got like Liam Neeson, Rebecca Ferguson, Kumail Nanjiani, and many others, but they're fine. They're just not really given too much. Like I said, the script doesn't really have them do too much. Of the supporting characters, Liam Neeson does get the biggest chunk in the supporting character category. And if you like Liam Neeson, you're going to like him just fine in this. He pretty much is just Liam Neeson being Liam Neeson. He gets a fair amount of screen time, although he's not in a whole ton of the promotional material. Rebecca Ferguson, she's fine, but she's really only in one scene, and then she's not in any other parts of the movie. And I think the character that's going to split most audiences is Kumail Nanjiani's character playing this tiny little alien, because some of his dialogue actually is kind of funny. He's kind of like the little cute comic relief character of the film, but a fair amount of his dialogue could be kind of cringy and annoying. It depends on your personality and how you view humor. I was kind of in the middle, but definitely let me know in the comment section down below what you think of his character when let me know your thoughts about the film. Speaking of the comedy though, I really felt like a fair amount of it actually didn't land, which was really disappointing to me because there's so many funny people involved in this. With Chris Hemsworth, he has quite a hilarious personality if you've ever seen him in any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films. And even Kumail Nanjiani, he's known to be pretty funny as well, but the script just doesn't really give them really good laughs. I really just found myself not laughing at the majority of the dialogue that we're supposed to laugh at, and my theater was the same way. There was really silent in some of these films. You could tell they were trying to reach for the laugh, and it just wasn't pulling it out of me. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's just me, but I really didn't find it to be that funny. This film really did have a lot of potential because there are some fun elements, and with all the talent involved, you think they would have gotten better writers because, like all the reasons I mentioned before, and just the script, it's just so predictable, especially when it comes to the twists and turns. I mean, the big twist, I guess you could say, is like there's some mole in the Men in Black, and you got to figure out who the mole is because that's one of the underlying plot threads. And if you pay attention like at all towards the beginning of the film, you know who exactly the mole is, even if it tries to throw the most obvious red herrings of all time at you. You know who it's going to be. But it still tries to act like you're stupid and you're not going to see who it's coming. So this big reveal happens and they try to treat you like you're dumb, like you didn't see it coming. But you could see it coming from a mile away, and it just really angered me. Overall, Men in Black International, unfortunately, was a mixed bag. Probably one of the bigger disappointments I've had all of 2019 because I was just so underwhelmed because this film had so much potential, but it was really just bogged down by many elements. But you could still have fun with this if you're a fan of the Men in Black franchise. I don't know how much fun you'd have with the film if you're not already a fan of the other films, the Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones films. But you could still have some fun with it. I don't know if I'd go see it like opening weekend, maybe wait to see it on like streaming or maybe one of the discount days. Unless you're like a huge Men in Black fan, I don't really think like you need to run out and go see the film. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of Men in Black International when it comes out this weekend? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you like this more than the previous Men in Black films? Did you like it less? Which is your favorite Men in Black film? Any of those things, answer them in the comment section down below. Let's get a discussion going, because you know I like talking all things movies. But thanks so much for checking out my review for Men in Black International. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, hit that subscribe button so you can update with movie reviews, trailer reactions, unboxings, and more. But until the next time, I'll see you guys later.